Howdy folks, once again Tom Bubbly here, making a video especially for my friend Mike just to explain what these various parts are. So this is idea of satire which I want to start off with, which is basically in this case a subset of the C language, which includes constants, run defines, the syntax associated with the ifs and returns and whiles and some of the ints and various other things are specifically designed. The printfs here specifically designed as well to output integers and print out information. And main here is used as almost kind of a unit tester, for want of a better term. So anyway, when you build this, let's see. Well, let's start off by just confirming that the satire file, cd satire .c will compile. So cd, or cc rather, satire .c output satire. That compiles. Run satire. If I can spell, you get that output. Okay, so you have that so far. You have the satire file. Now let's compile the GCC file, GGCC file. Let's see, output GGCC. Oh, sorry, that's P instead of an O. I've done that once before in one of these videos. Oh, looks very similar to P at a distance. There we go. So you can now say GGCC, take the satire file, satire C, output the JavaScript file, satire new.js, and output the Python file, satire new.py. Okay, with a bit of luck. So let's see what has actually been created from that. We've got two new files. We've got a JavaScript file. Here we go, which basically does the same thing. Comments, but fine, there we go, and we have a Python file here, which basically says the same thing. This is formatting, and right. So this has semicolons, which technically I could actually scrub that up and remove it if I so felt the desire to. Not a huge issue, probably a additional bug fix somewhere. Okay, so now we have these files. Let's see what we can do with them. Let's see if the Python satire new py. Oh, maybe it's Python 3 on this machine. Sorry, Python 3 satire new.py. There we go. Exactly the same as the C output. Then we can do node satire new.js. Ta-da, same output, basically. So we have three files that have been, well, two files that have been created that are new. Let me show you an additional feature of this. So if we go back to here and we say, I think ends no printing for memory. No print on, very good. Then we look at these files. These are now class files. They don't have the unit test at the end. So you can use this as a means of creating, there we go, no mains specifically. So you can use these now as classes as you generated. So you can use it individually against files, create a series of JS or PY files, use them as classes, or you can individually source them as unit tests using the same format. And all these C files are written with mains. You can if-def out the main, actually, and it'll remove it from the compiler. So you just say here, if-def no main needed, or something like that. And of course, that's not defined, so that will remove itself in the C compilation, but will be there unless you pass it through in the C compilation, but will be there in the other implementations for Python and JavaScript. So certainly ways of getting around it, but that's the idea, is that you have a means of creating classes and also creating unit testable files. Same method, same interface, just a different compiler flag, basically. And then on the end, say, no printing, basically, which is both debugging printing and also removes the main for unit testing purposes. So that's where it is currently. Again, there are some underlying formatting issues with regards to the C format. There need to be spaces at the end of these cases. Currently, a minor bug. Still working on. I think that's probably the only outstanding bug that I'm really looking to squash with this. There may be an interesting way of actually kind of wrapping classes in this. I'm still thinking on that. But for now, what I want to do is take some aspects of the simulation that I've worked on for the past 28 years, just use this as a means of converting it to Python and JavaScript, displaying accordingly. It will require some kinds of rewrites, actually. So if we go back here and look at new recent, say, simulated app on the desktop, I think is a good example. So if you look here, there's a bunch of C which needs to be converted accordingly in order to work through the GGCC. Where are we? Land was a good one that I wanted to start with. So land here lends itself very heavily. It needs to be reformatted slightly, but lends itself very heavily. You then reach in, probably eliminate actually a lot of this stuff. You don't need the land color, but the conversion to map and this kind of stuff would be useful, and a lot of the stuff can be simplified accordingly. So the aim would be to take this, format it very slightly, and then run it through GGCC and get Python and JavaScript output, with the view that I could also add mains here to do unit testing for various bits of functionality. Anyway, I think this is a basic overview. Like I say, I'll include a link to the GitLab repo that has it in it currently. My plan was to expand it a little bit, so the directory structure, satire is one down, and then you get GGCC from the satire directory, as I've shown. Anyway, John Bartley in Las Vegas, Nevada, signing out.